A potential medical breakthrough in fighting the heroin epidemic, a new tool to help fight the symptoms of withdrawal. Just approved by the FDA, and a Connecticut man is now one of the first to get it. It is an implant put in a patient's arm, delivering a low dose of a drug that treats opioid addiction.
And it could be crucial to addicts that are trying to kick the habit. News 8's medical reporter Jocelyn Mementa gives us a look at that implant and just how it works. This is fascinating, Jocelyn.
And Scott, the FDA approved this treatment alternative less than a month ago, and a Connecticut man is the first in New England to get it.
The opiate epidemic is seemingly spiraling out of control across the country and in Connecticut.
In the state of Connecticut alone, in 2015, we had 723 deaths from overdoses. 415 of those were from opiates alone, actually heroin.
Dr. Joseph Russo, CEO and medical director of Saved from Addiction, specializes in addiction psychiatry. The gold standard of treatment, buprenorphine, marketed as Suboxone, is taken orally. But patients do not always follow instructions.
The person usually takes the medication on a daily basis, so they could decide a day or two to stop taking the medication and they can use, whether it's heroin, Vicodins, Percocets, then they can go back on the buprenorphine to actually detox themselves.
That's why Dr. Russo welcomes the latest arsenal, Probufene, in battling the deadly addiction.
It's formed into a rod, 26 millimeters long and 2.5 millimeters in diameter. Now the treatment involves 4 of these that are actually implanted under the skin.
It contains the same medication.
You come in, you make an incision, you make a mark, and then you draw 4 lines in a fan-like pattern where the implants are going to go.
His patient Michael, a husband and father of 2, is the first in New England to get it.
And you're feeling okay, right?
Feel great.
The implant lasts 6 months, releasing the medication slowly and steadily, preventing cravings and withdrawals. Implants in the other arm covers another 6. Michael's dependence on painkillers began 10 years ago.
I had degenerative discs at C5, C6, and C7, and it got to the point where it was bone on bone. It was burning sensation down my arm.
He shares his story to reach out to others.
You're not alone. There's probably millions of people who are dealing with what we dealt with, what I've dealt with, and there's people that are willing to help.
Long-term, the hope is that with enough time getting the active drug use off the table, the person actually gets further and further rooted in recovery, and they're able to withstand using in the future.
So that patients like Michael can focus on living their lives.
With the implant, for me, it was just another step to finally, being free of everything, of all the opioid addiction, and to prove to my loved ones and me that, I'm all in on this.
The implanted medication is just part of the overall treatment. It also includes psychotherapy and medication management, and it is covered by insurance.